Soul family. Welcome to Supernatural Saturday. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And today we have a meditation by my guardian angel John, which is going closer to peace. Going closer to peace. Now, before we get started, I just want to give you this week's upcoming lineup. On Monday, July the 18th, we've got John the Baptist coming in to discuss clarity on death and dying. That's going to be this Monday on Shortcuts for Your Soul. Clarity on death and dying with John the Baptist. On Wednesday, July the 20th, we have Joan of Arc with Why the Young Suffer Today. Why the Young Suffer Today. And then on Friday, July the 22nd, the power of youth. And that's going to be with the Divine Collective, who are going to discuss the power of youth. So I find that interesting contrast that they bring that up, the why are the youth suffering and the power of youth, why that is. I'm very excited about that. Funny, my guardian angel John said to me this morning, he said it's important to consider the concept that the cost of mistakes, spiritually speaking, is death. In biblical terms, they say the wages of sin are death. And he said it's important to understand the distinction about what sin is, what death is in that context. The concept of sin are actions and functions of behavior and thought that take you further and further away from your divinity, further and further away from the source of your life, the source of your light, and the actions that light would normally cause you to express. When you move down in consciousness to strictly the level of sensorial pleasure, that is, for the experience of just what the body experiences exclusively, you lose your connection to your spiritual nature. He says that does not mean that physical events cannot have a profound spiritual meaning to them. But when you seek to acquire experience from the physical dimension exclusively for the sake of yourself, your physical sense of pleasure, you tend to exclude others from the process. This results in you coming further and further away from the source that made your heart beat, that gives you life to exist in the first place. And it's really important that you learn to stay or come back to communion with that which is within you. Now, today's meditation is going to be, again, restoring love and peace in your awareness. It's so important you make a distinction between your awareness and your physical body. One is meant to be the servant to the other. One is meant to serve. One is meant to lead. Many of you have that role reversed so that your body and what it requires and needs is leading you rather than you leading it. This results in a lot of confusion, for the body cannot function outside its own need. It cannot function outside of its own needs. That is to eat, to sleep, to procreate. Those are the only primary functions of the body in and of itself. That does not mean that the body is restricted to only those primary functions. When you achieve a position of loving authority over it, when you achieve a position of loving authority over the body, you take good care of it, you feed it, you clothe it, you do the things with it that it needs to stay functioning optimally, so that you can begin to reconnect consciously while in that embodiment with the intelligence that made you. You are an intelligence, but there is also an intelligence that made you, as there is an intelligence that made the body, as there is an intelligence that makes planets and stars and solar systems and dimensions. There is an intelligence behind all things. Your opportunity in any given lifetime is to realign with that higher intelligence, and then to take that energy into expression, to express a higher intelligence through that body so as to produce conditions more favorable to a spiritual expression of existence. There have been societies historically that have done this, but the very first step in that process is to understand that your body is your servant. Your mind is your servant. You are not meant to be subjugated by them. They are meant to serve you. The challenges that many of you face is that there is a whole world around you fabricated and manufactured by evil that has as its best interests your enslavement to your own mind and to your body. That they use their intelligence for the sake of asserting an authority over you, and in your trust you accept that. But there is an authority greater than any man within you, a greater authority right now, beating your physical heart, allowing energy to flow through your body, and turn inward to that authority and discover what it would guide you to do. But many of you seek to find something greater than what you already know in your own mind, and you will not succeed in that process, because what is in your mind is what is in your mind. You must look beyond your thoughts, beyond your emotions, beyond the physical system, learning to go into a place of awareness that differentiates you from your thoughts, and your physical body will give you the opportunity to become liberated from the information that so many of these others have put into your mind to delude you into a reality that does not exist except for them, a reality that doesn't benefit any but them. Please understand, when you make the distinction between yourself as the awareness no longer subjective to thought, you move into the position of creating. But most of the thoughts many of you have already been given to you. They were manufactured for you to accept, to believe as the only reality that there is. And so many of you have forgotten how to differentiate between yourself and your thoughts. Your awareness is not the thoughts in your mind. Your awareness is that which can be aware of the thoughts in your mind. And my goal very simply today is to get you into the position in your consciousness where you can feel the assertion of your own authority over your thoughts, over your body. You can establish this position of authority. And when you turn away from the world of man, that is, you turn your distractions away from the senses, you turn your attentions away from the thoughts that run on often incessantly in your consciousness, then you turn away from there is something else to be seen and felt and experienced that is beyond what you have been told to accept as reality. And the process is very simple. And it has always been stated here that we make this process very simple for everyone. The act of asserting your breath over your body, the very act that you choose to direct your body to breathe, when you take that action, you move into a position of authority over the body, over the flesh. You surrender your subjectivity to the body by the simple act of breathing. Do this. Your body cannot do this on its own. But if you direct the body to breathe slow and deep, you are asserting your authority over the body. And in the assertion of that authority, if you maintain that authority long enough, the body will surrender itself to following your direction. Likewise, too, the thoughts and emotions, many of which disturb some of you, they too, as you assert your authority over the flesh, likewise the same authority you have over your thoughts and your emotions. And for some of you, the difficulty is in that you have not had a lot of experience doing this. But in that process of slowly and deeply breathing the body and directing it to relax, to be still, to be calm, to be peaceful, you direct the body with your breath into that state of being. Always you keep the body breathing slowly and deeply. Give the body permission to release, to let go, to be still. Give it permission as you exhale. It will do so automatically to a certain degree. That is why so many of you, when you're frustrated or upset, you'll find yourself going, because that process directs the body to release stress from its system. And when you begin to direct that function, you can control the degree and extent to which your body will go into a state of surrender and relaxation to your awareness. And interestingly enough, that if you are following this procedure even now, if you're slowly and deeply breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, and you're doing this slowly and giving the body permission to relax as you release the air from it, each time you give it permission to relax, it will let go a little more and a little more and a little more. As that begins to happen and you begin to feel, my goodness, the body is releasing, it is letting go. The nervousness, the twitching is beginning to subside as I continue to breathe. The anxiousness begins to go down because now you are asserting an authority over the body. You are not the body, it is your instrument to use. And as you begin to gain experience with asserting authority over your body, it is like learning to drive a car for the first time for some of you. And as you begin to experience your authority, they will not teach you this in schools. There are very few places they will teach you this because they do not want you to be free. But breathe slowly and deeply and feel the body surrendering as you articulate it to relax through the exhale. As you go through that process, gently and easily, breathing slowly and deeply, releasing the body to relax, giving it your permission to relax. As easily as you could say to your hand, open and close, when you exhale, you say to the body, relax, release, let go, be still. Relax, release, let go, be still. And as you continue that process of breathing and you begin to feel the body surrendering itself to you, you'll find that the body actually delights. And for some of you, you may even fall asleep, or at least think you have fallen asleep when in fact your body has simply been placed into a state of regeneration spontaneously. That is what sleep is. It is a state of regeneration. You can initiate any time in this process. And as you gain experience with the body, teaching your body to surrender, to release, to relax, to let go under your direction of breath, you are now asserting authority over matter. You're asserting authority over the body. Now, the same principle is also true for the element of emotions and thoughts. And you will notice that as the body relaxes, you will also notice that thought and emotion begin to also likewise subside, for body and mind, thought and emotion are very intimately connected, so that when you affect one, you affect the other. And as you continue this process of directing your body to relax, to be still, to be open and receptive to your awareness, as you continue to apply that direction to your body, because you're giving the flesh direction, except now you are giving it direction. You're not asking the world to direct it in this context. As the body begins to liberate itself and release and relax, you begin to gain a degree of confidence in yourself to direct the body. Much the same way as you gain confidence driving the car and driving it again and again until you are fully confident. The same principle is true for your physical body. And then, of course, you have these other elements, these other dimensions of your existence called your thoughts and the emotions that those thoughts generate. But the same process of breath applied to your thoughts and emotions will likewise begin to establish your authority over your thoughts and emotions likewise. That process of slowly and deeply breathing, you turn to your thoughts, you turn to the emotions that may be distracting or disturbing you, or even the outside sounds and smells that may be distracting you. You can use the action of your breath, which is an assertion of your will over flesh. And you use the action of your breath and you release your thoughts, you release your emotions. Again, as you release breath from the body, you are directing mind, you are directing emotion to release always on the exhale. You release. Be part of this. Breathe slowly and deeply. Give the body your permission to release, to let go, to be still. Give your thoughts, your memories, your emotions, your concerns, as you exhale, permission to be still. Give them permission to be still as you exhale. And there will be a small moment where you feel relief from thought, where you feel a moment's release from emotions. And that is the moment when you know, you are beginning to assert authority over these other dimensions of thought and emotion. And you continue to use the breath. Allowing each and every exhale to give your mind, your emotions, and your body permission to be still. You are directing them much the same way as you would direct your hand to open and close, except now you're saying, be still, be still, be still, be still. Giving them permission. And in that moment, there will be this moment where you realize that your thoughts will follow your direction. Your emotions will follow your direction. But you must stay persistent. For those of you that have very strong and intense emotions, some of you from many lifetimes, the process may need to be practiced a little more thoroughly and completely, but the process is universal in that as you continue to direct the body to release, because as the body gets more and more relaxed, the thoughts and emotions have no instrument to express in a negative way through the body, for it is relaxed. There's no resistance in the body. And as you continue to breathe, thought begins to subside as you give permission to thought to be still. You give your thoughts permission to be still. You give your mind your permission to be still. You can do this. You give it your permission, because your mind and your body are simply trying to protect you, even if they're doing it in a way that is not so comfortable, but their function is always to survive, to thrive, to protect. And as you give them permission to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful, and with each subsequent application of your breath, you will discover a greater sense of calm and peace begins to emerge from the darkness. A greater sense of calm and peace begins to emerge from the noise and confusion of thought and emotion and body. As you give them permission, your mind and your body are your servants. They require your permission and your direction to behave differently than the direction that has been given to them from the world. And there are many directions that have been given to you from this world that do not serve you. There are many things you have been told to believe and accept that do not serve your mind, that do not serve your body, that do not serve your light. As you come to the experience through the process of breath, of allowing the body to release, to be open, allowing thought, allowing emotion to be still, giving them permission to be still, giving them your permission to be still. As they begin to respond, it will not be by chance that they do so. It is just a matter of consequence that will happen, because the process is universal, whether you are very disturbed emotionally or whether you are not disturbed emotionally. The process of directing thought and emotion as an act of your loving compassion and kindness, you're willing to give your mind and your body permission to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful. So let us do this together for a few moments. To breathe slowly in through the mouth, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Give your muscles permission to relax and let go. Give all the muscles your permission to relax, to let go. And draw your breath in again. And as you exhale, give your thoughts, your emotions, permission to relax, to be still. Use those words, for they will be instruction to your mind. It is okay to relax and be still. Give your mind and body permission to be still as you exhale. Always on the exhale, giving your thoughts and emotions permission to be still, allowing them as you exhale. Simply follow the process of drawing the breath in and on the exhale, giving the body, the thoughts, the emotions permission to be still. You are now in the position of directing thoughts, emotions, and body to function under your direction instead of the direction of the world. You are now moving yourself into a position of awareness that can alter and change thought, emotion, and biology. Each breath, again, as you exhale, giving thought, memory, emotion, and body permission to be still. Just for a little while. Now turn your attention to the vibration of love as you understand it to be. Turn your attention to a vibration of love as you understand it to be, and allow yourself to connect to that vibration of love as you understand it to be at this time. Sense or feel where that feeling of love is. Is it in your body? Or do you just feel it as an energy? But consider what is love as a feeling for you at this time. It does not matter how big or small that feeling is, but that you can connect to some degree to a sensation of love as you would understand it to be. And wherever you feel that sensation or feeling of love, put your attention there and use your breath to draw that feeling of love into your mind with your breath. Draw it in with your breath. And as you exhale, send that vibration of love down into the physical body. Let every cell feel your vibration of love. Use your breath to strengthen the sensation of love that you have at this time. Use your breath as you draw it in to strengthen your sensation of love. And as you exhale, direct that sensation of love into your body, into your mind. If your body or mind are still restless, simply use the breath, and on the exhale, give them permission to relax further. Give them permission to be still. Your mind needs direction from you now, not so much this world. Breathe slowly in. Sense that feeling of love and direct it down into your physical body. What is important is that you understand you are now able to give direction to your body. You can give direction to your thoughts. You can give direction to your emotions, even if it is but to a small degree to begin. You know the story that a journey of enlightenment begins with the first breath. It always begins with the first breath. And as you, through the breath, learn to train your body and your mind to be following your direction and instruction, you will feel a sense of freedom and calm and peace. You'll feel a connection to your soul. And in that moment where you begin to feel the peace that comes with a mind and body that follow your direction into stillness, into love, then the journey of pursuing that light that shines upon you as your life, to consider the possibility of this that you call God or the divine, becomes a possibility to pursue that, for you cannot find it in the world, although it expresses in the world all of the time, especially in the natural kingdom. But you want to find it for yourself, within yourself, for it is within you. It is truly within you, this divinity. And in experiencing the mind, the emotions, and the body still and quiet, you will feel a little closer to who you really are. And as you get closer and closer to who you are, you also move closer and closer to that which made you. Always the breath. Always the breath. Thank you so much. Question from Adam. If you've got any questions on this process, this is amazing. I know when I was given this to do, and I applied it because I was a hot mess years ago, and I learned from that process the power of breath. When you use your breath, you are asserting your authority over your body. It was an amazing thing for me. It's been a long road, and I've had my guardian angel John and many others with me to guide me in the process. And there are many guardian angels and guides in this physical world as well, and I hope you'll avail yourself of them as well. A question from Adam. Can I please ask Sandalphon on why specifically he said to wait to look for an apartment in Florida in October? And should I petition him for this or not? What exactly should I do about it? He's saying you are completely free to do as you will about it. for you are as free as am I. If you are uncomfortable, then you might want to change your position. But I simply offered you, in response to your question and where you were asking that question from, the vibrational information that came to me to offer to you was such as it was. But you are always free to establish a vibrational condition that you desire. Many turn to us and others to find information that is useful to them, but there is never a requirement that you would have to use that information. You are free, moral, sentient being, as are we. But I can say this to you, that I would only offer that which would offer greater joy, greater light, and greater possibility to others. I would not offer anything less than that which is divine from my perspective. Wow. Thank you, Adam. Great question. Question from Vio. I'm about to be evicted. I cannot afford to move out. Any advice how to reverse it? Thank you. I don't know who this is, but your guardian angel said they've been trying to move you for a long time, and you've been very resistant. She has to surrender her fear. You have to surrender your fear. Do not fear. Look forward and look up. Yes. So often you find yourself holding yourself back because of this. Do not fear. Do not fear. But if you wish to cling a little longer to where you are, you may choose to do so, but it will not become any less difficult. For it is your nature to evolve. It is your nature to grow, to change, to expand in consciousness. You cannot remain as you are. You cannot. Thank you. Wow, wonderful. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you, Elena. Well, guys, I want to say thank you very much. Please, if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell. Give this video a thumbs up. Share it with others. There are so many people on this planet struggling with their minds and their emotions, not because they want to, but because they're conditioned by the information being fed to them all the time to be lost. And yet you came here to be a divine authority over mind and matter. You did not come here to be subjective to mind and matter. You came here to be the director of it, to be able to orchestrate a process of creation in this physical dimension. And all of the work that comes through my guides and angels and through this work is to that purpose, to liberate humans from subjectivity to their minds and bodies, to restore them to the divine expression of creativity that you came here to carry out. You are a divine manifestation of consciousness. You did not come here to suffer. Nobody came here to suffer. We came here to love. We came here to create. We came here to manifest. And everybody's doing it in good ways. Everybody's doing it in bad ways. And it's all good. In the eyes of the divine, it's all good. Anyway, I want to wish you all much love. And again, thank you for your support, patrons. Much love to you. Thank you so much. We'll look forward to seeing you in about a week's time when we've got a surprise event coming up. Again, much love, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day, and I will see you on Monday. Much love, everybody. Bye.